Hi everyone, this is CherryEnchantress, and this is your daily dust for Saturday, February 3rd, if you're watching in real time, but it can also be for whenever you stumble upon it. It's a timeless reading, and we're doing a countdown to Valentine's Day, so I'm using romantic decks. I would say this is kind of borderline romantic slash sexy, but it is a Casanova Casanova tarot, which has a lot of nudity, so I have to be careful about the thumbnail, but anyway, I will see what happens. All right, so let me give it a good shuffle, and then I'll pick 3 cards from the middle for our collective message. So Casanova, he was quite the charmer. Quite the life. Here we go. 3 cards, and we have, and inspect this first. Okay, the cover. That's the Fool. Very nice. And okay, we have the King of Wands. Let's see what else. Okay. And then we have the World. But yes, I might have to do a little cover issue. All right. So I misspoke that this is the actual World card. So the other card was actually Judgment, which kind of makes sense because he's kind of checking this person out. All right, so, but we'll refer to both of them in the message. And so first with the Fool, it's like, leap of faith, taking a chance. It could be taking a chance with this particular person, the King of Wands, but also achieving some kind of fulfillment and climax, so to speak, and completeness. Something about this particular Fool in this deck lends itself to more of an eccentricity and a different perception and something that's unconventional. And the Mask. I think the Mask is important. In this particular deck, they allude to the mask representing, if you see a mask on any of the characters in the cards, it usually represents something to hide or something concealed. The Wand suit is about sharp wits and willpower, and it's the suit of ambition and desire and striving towards everything. It's like the just do it energy. And here with the King, we have an entrepreneur who's honest, curious, benevolent, experienced, and good-natured. But maybe he has to hide all of that behind a formality, but underneath it all, he's actually quite fun and charismatic, and also quite aroused and ready to pounce kind of energy, but he's using a lot of self-control because I think there is an ultimate goal here. Because the World card represents completeness and a complementary energy, a union, again with the union, a wholeness, like an all-inclusive feeling, being oneself, but also finding the missing piece to feel whole, to feel complete, right? And it also represents the whole experience. And it could also represent a reflection on your world or your life or things that you've done up until now, and could be like the completion of a book or a chapter of a book or something that you're writing or that you're working on, some kind of completion. But with the Judgment here, I feel like it's possible that there's 2 people here, or at the very least there's some kind of test involved, some kind of exam. So it could be that you're going to be taking some kind of exam or test, metaphorically or literally a test, and you're going to complete it and do really well. Or it could be some kind of course you're taking that you're going to reach completion. It could be kind of a graduation of sorts. But it feels like really fulfilled. The King of Wands could be a professor type who is very fun and easygoing, but he has authority, so he has to stay within certain boundaries, and he has to be professional. So it could be an eccentric professional person that you're dealing with here, but who's also charismatic and fun-loving. Or this could be you. And then so this person, it could also be sort of a judge or be figuring something out anyway. It's also, you could be seen in this part where you're feeling like you have to expose something. So it's kind of interesting how we have the juxtaposition of the hidden and the exposed, right? The hidden and the exposed. So something might be coming out into the open, or one person feels like they have the right to keep things to themselves, but maybe have expectations of you showing yourself, or the other way around. So the Judgment card also represents that feeling of awakening, right? And it's laying the self bare, and it also represents the climax. So I see with the Judgment and the World, rapture and climax. So it could be a very sexy kind of energy happening here, with kind of an eccentric twist to it. So adventurous, eccentric, with a very charismatic person who has kind of a proper facade. You know, it's like good person by day, naughty by night kind of energy. It could also just be their way they are. They're just very formal appearing, but very jovial underneath. So, and I feel like because of the mask, there could be something that's taken from the daylight hours into the night, or into the secret world, some kind of a secret energy happening here, a private. I see private energy between two people, and something being sort of opened up and exposed, and but at the same time it's shared, and it could represent that this person who hides a lot from other people could be sharing with you as well. So a lot of this feeling of laying oneself bare. But it's a good kind of climactic completion energy. So feeling good. If it's a one day kind of thing, by the end of the day feeling great, right? If it's an energy that just talks about days and weeks to come, you're moving towards some kind of exciting moment. It could be just about an experience too, on this particular day. So it doesn't have to be like morning to night. It could be just one part of the day, something really exciting happens that sort of unexpected, a little eccentric. It was sort of hidden and now it's exposed. So you take it, like this reading represents a lot of people, and if you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, that's okay. Sometimes it's you resonate according to your set of circumstances in your world, and you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll get it. You're like, yes, I know what this is. But other people will be like, But remember, this is for this particular day, whenever you're watching it. So keep that in mind. Or the next day, if you watch it a day ahead of time, or if you don't have a full day ahead of you yet, you can also interpret that any way you want to. You can read this, watch this, and say, oh, I feel like this is a reading for Friday, and I've been wondering about Friday. for example. You know, or this is about Sunday. I've been wondering what might happen Sunday, and this is a message to tell you what's happening Sunday, because that's your question, because you're the querent. So remember that too. Whatever's going on in your mind, your inquiries could be coming out in this reading as well. So there's lots of ways to use these readings, these daily dusts. You can use them very literally on the day of, and that's your message. Or you can let it resonate and use your own intuition. You use your own guide. You are your own tarot reader. This is just like a helper here. This is a visual helper. It's almost like as if I was trying to interpret your dreams. Only you can really interpret your dreams. But I can give you some clues and ideas what it might mean. All right? So I hope you like that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust.